Hi YouTube, I'm back. My name is Regina. As everyone knows, my name is on my social media as Mother Love. Today I'm coming to you guys with a YouTube. I know it's been a long time since I last was on here. Um, I want you guys to know that it's been a lot going on. I just want to, touch bases on with everyone on my first marriage, far as my divorce and everything that's been going on in my life. Okay, so I'm going to start, kind of from the beginning um, about my husband and my divorce process. So, basically, I wanted a divorce because all of the pain and suffering, all the things that I was going through my divorce. Sometimes you might feel is that you might love that person more than he loved you. I want you guys to know that when you start feeling that way, it means that it's time to remove someone, and it is not yourself; it's that person. So basically, he just started just showing me like signs, like staying out all night, coming in when he wants to, putting a call on his phone. Um, he would lie about certain places that he would go and he would never be there. He would say that he had a job, but he never did. So, different things like that. And I just got tired of it. I had three children by him, and I kept saying to myself, I had been with him for so long, but he was all that I knew. And when I say that man was all that I knew, he was all that I knew. And I mean that we was together from 7th grade all the way until 2015. And you could not tell me nothing about what he did and what he was wrong until I had to realize to see it for myself was that let me find out and catch him on my own. And that was the only way that I was going to believe him. But little do it I know is that that was the worst part of me finding out and confirming that he was cheating and he was with another woman. So that was the hurtful part about that relationship. And I just kept saying to myself, I kept praying, I'm like, God, please, I know it's something, that can work. Lord, I know that this is meant to be. I don't want to be with another man. I wanted to, my kids to be with their father and us to be a family. And that was everything that I wanted. But did he want that? No, because he kept showing me signs of I didn't want you anymore and I wanted to be with somebody else and I'm going to do whatever I wanted to do. And so I made it up in my mind, and this was coming like during New Year's. It was at the end of, I never forget, it was December. It was December 2014, but we had already been going through stuff, and I just kept sticking it out. And I felt as a woman, I was like, well, I really love him. God gonna turn things around. Everything gonna be so much different. But I thought wrong because it got worse. And they say when God gets you out of a situation from before and you prayed about it and you go back, you are wanted to be hurt. You wanted to be hurt. And so I just didn't listen to when God removed me from the situation the first time. It's when he got incarcerated. That was my time to go then. But I just didn't take that stand to feel as that I needed to leave. Always felt like I'm his wife. I want to have his back. I'm there to the end, no matter what. Whatever he go through, I'm there. When it was time for him to go to rehab, I was there. It was like it was a lot of domestic issues. It was a lot of drug activities, as far as with him and everything like that. And I just got so tired of it, and I was just like, God, just make me something different. God, give me somebody that loves me. Send me somebody that really cares for me and my kids. Now, don't get me wrong, he always cared for his kids, but he just didn't do the right thing by them. So, with all that being said, 2014, December 31st, we was getting ready to go into a new year. That day I had went to church. And I asked God, I said, God, send me somebody that loves me and me, only me, for who I am. And I said, we all have flaws. And I had started dating or whatnot, but when you're in a relationship, you've been in a relationship so long, you just do things just to do it because you didn't want to feel that pain or hurt or to think about what was he doing with other women or what could he have be, what he can be doing. And so everything took place or whatnot. And every day, he kept telling me when we was staying together, we was actually living together. He kept saying, I want you, only you, I love you, and everything like that. Me, as me, I was like, okay, I'm believing him. You know, he's still coming home, doing some of the regular things that we would normally do, but not all of the things. So I knew that it was something wrong. And I knew that it was first I started down on myself. If I'm failing in some way in the relationship that would make him go do that, and I asked God, and I'm like, no. And God was telling me like, I'm doing everything what a wife would do, and to be putting up with a lot of stuff that I was putting up with. And so things went by and everything, and I just kept trying to stick by him, and then it came again. You know, me finding out that he was still cheating is when I was washing his clothes, hanging up the clothes and stuff like that, getting prepared for the kids to go to school, hanging up his coat. I felt, I'm like, what's this in a coat? And, some just told me, I knew what it felt like, but I just didn't want to confess them to it, what it really was. And so I opened up this coat pocket, and when I unzipped it, I seen the pregnancy test that said positive. And so, I'm just kind of just still in the mood, cleaning up and everything like this. And I'm saying to myself, is this a prank? Is this a joke? Is something going on? I mean, what is it? And so, when he finally did get there or whatnot, we was going to go to the grocery store that day, and we was going to go to the library. And he would call, my name is Regina, but he would call me Gina, or he would call me Babe. He's like, come on, let's go to the grocery store, or whatnot. I'm like, okay, cool. And he's like, I need to print out a paper at the library for a job. I said, okay, fine. So I goes, and it had already hit me. I just couldn't stand it any longer for me to keep sitting there playing like it wasn't nothing wrong with me. And all along, you can see it all over my face. You can just see that it was a problem, in the air. And so I told him, I said, you got something you want to tell me? He said, no, what you talking about? I said, I'm going to ask you again. Do you got something that you want to tell me? And he was like, nah, babe. I'm like, so I took the pregnancy test, me being a woman, and you know how women is, we can get frustrated and angry. I took the pregnancy test, took it and slapped him in the face with it. And I said, it's this that's positive, but I'm your wife and I'm the one who you love. And you here with me every day. And you sleeping around and we having unprotected sex. So you basically telling me that you didn't care about me or my body. So, we got to that point or whatever like that. He kept saying, I'm tired of you saying I'm cheating. You was tired of me saying that you was cheating, but nationality, you was really cheating because I caught that you had a pregnancy test in your pocket. But not only that, I went to work. I was at work, but get ready, waiting on the bus so I can go to work or whatnot. But all along, when I got the call when I was at the bus, and this is when my car was down, and they said, well, we canceled the assignment, for the job or whatnot. And I said, okay, fine. That day I needed that time because I was already a lot going on. And so after that or whatnot, I was like, oh, so babe, what you doing? He was like, oh, I'm nothing, I'm cooking for the kids. So me being me, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to tell him. I'm just going to make it a surprise. I'm just going to come home. He'd be like, babe, what happened? You would go to work or whatnot. So as I know it, I was pulling up, because I ended up getting a ride for another coworker. I was pulling up in the car with a coworker. He had left the kids in the house and a woman who he got pregnant. They was inside the car in the parking lot. So he had the woman where we stayed at in our parking lot, and they was talking and sharing pictures of her having an ultrasound of her being pregnant by him. And when I got out the car, he was real shocked. So I get out the car, you MF woo 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 and all this and everything like that. Wish that it was all out of anger and frustration. That wasn't my ladylike. But you being mad, you ain't gonna think nothing of being ladylike at that moment. So I'm like, I'm gonna kill this woo woo woo, kicking the car, trying to grab her and everything like that. And so, I realized, I'm like saying to myself, is it worth it? And as I realized that, I said, it's not worth it, because if I'm the person that's the breadwinner and that's laying everything on the table, and he's not bringing no ends to me, and I'm taking care of him, what is it for me to worry about? What is it for me to just let him go and to find somebody else to better myself? And his mama wanted me to be with him so bad, and she's like, you really there for my son. You the best daughter-in-law I ever had. And, I commend her. That's great. Everything fine and dandy. But wrong is wrong and right is right. You cannot keep taking up for your son knowing that he was wrong. And I'm talking about, we were getting into it about so many things. And, to the point where, I was just so in love with him, to the point